Alright, Tecmo fans, welcome. This is another edition of the Gblan online Tecmo tournament, and this is game 2 between Randywags25 and Tundrayeti. So this is a group 7 matchup, and this is the 3 versus the 2. Tundrayeti was able to secure the last win in a Miami over Cincinnati matchup with a score of 14-7. It was a defensive struggle, and Yeti just kind of got the offensive game moving a little bit faster than Randy Wags. But it was a very good game and a very defensive strong game. So let's take this one away. We have Randy Wags will be the Dallas Cowboys and Tundrayeti will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cannot wait to see how long it takes Tundrayeti to call his plays with a terrible team. So that will be exciting. Oh my god. Even takes a long time to decide if he's going to kick off or return. Tundrayeti, take it with a grain of salt. I just play ones Matt Miller all the time, and he does the same thing, so seeing it makes me cringe a little bit. So, okay, so the kickoff returns out to the, 15-yard line? 10-yard line, okay. So, Randy Wags with the ball, called run 1 to the bottom. Very similar playbook as last game, with the offset eye, very prevalent here. Looks like Yeti's going to stick with linebackers. Has great coverage. And Aikman is going to get a pretty decent gain after the called play, so it's going to be a 3rd and 6. Seemed like to me in that last game that both players were, very time conscious and relatively conservative players. So this should be another great defensive battle. So again, very good drone coverage, and Aikman's just going to take what he can get and get the first down. Yeti hasn't really used Rod yet, sticking with linebackers. Okay, so here's he's going to be Rod this time. It's a run 3. Ooh, this could be a big one. Randy Wags has excellent jukes and ability to run. He's a really good runner. That was something that I noticed when I played him the last time. So that's like a 40-50 yard run. So a great offensive gain there from Randy Wags and Emmitt Smith. Yeti's going to use Rod again, called play, and Randy Wags wisely takes the sack on that one. So run 2. Decent gain after the called play. So 3rd and 11. Run 2 again. 4th and 5. Let's see what he does here. Randy Wags going to kick this field goal, looks like. Changing his mind, maybe. Changes his mind on 4th and 5. Pass. Oof. Big block from a lineman or a linebacker. Not sure which one that was, but big turn of events. He thought about kicking the field goal, decided not to. Could be a mistake. Let's see. Now, anytime you are the Steelers, anytime you're the Steelers, like I was going to say before the play of that embarrassing, terrible drop pass, it's just hard to get things going sometimes. Let's see how Yeti does with that. You see the aggressive dive in there, and Hodge is able to take it all the way back and just barely get a 4-yard gain out of it. Little burn route there. That was a nice throw by Yeti. keeping Brister in the game. Dances around for a 3-yard gain. Both of these guys have like 80% typical playbook, and then they have 1 or 2 plays that are just kind of a little bit odd for me, like Randy Wags with his split back stuff, and then in this case, you know, using Hodge instead of having him be a wide receiver or something like that. Sometimes I know a lot of guys like to keep, when they're going to use offset eye, they like to keep both of their backs the same color. And I mean like race, like white or black. So he's content with using Hodge, and there we go, even tapping out of the 2. So that was a good play by Randy Wags to get down there and stop that. And the reason why I was talking about like the color thing earlier is just because sometimes it will give it away, like depending on what the playbook is and how it's set up. It will give your plays away as far as like if it's gonna be, you know, you'll know by where Hodge is if it's gonna be a play going to him. So 4th and 4. Really good job to bottle up that run 3. That run 3 is typically a very difficult play to stop. The interesting thing about this matchup, as always, is just that the defensive speed for Dallas is pretty high. So he's going to take this run 2 and not get the first down, so a turnover on downs. But the defensive speed for Dallas is pretty good. So obviously the defensive speed for Pittsburgh is great. But Dallas can cause you problems in this game, or in any game really, because their defensive backs are pretty fast. They have a usable linebacker, so very even match right here. So he's going to throw this one up to Novacek, and it is intercepted by Everett. Risky throw, and it cost him. So interesting that these two guys who like this offset eye, like the split back plays, really run a lot of run 2, would be matched up against each other. Very interesting, to say the least, and this is turning out to be a very similar match as the last one. And the Dallas drones kind of string out Brister, and he's not able to pull the trigger and make any decent throw. That's probably a smart thing. Randy Wags was doing a pretty decent job. Good little quarterback movement here. He's going to throw it up to Lips, and it is intercepted back by Horton. Interesting chain of events that happened there. So Dallas will take over right before halftime. He has about 1:11 left. Let's see if he can get the ball moving here. Run 3. That was smart of him to go back to that. He had some success with it before. Let me tell you, Randy Wags impressing me with his running ability. A very solid runner. Run 2, man. Both of these guys like that play so much, and it is difficult to stop. So Emmett's gonna break off a big run here. Get out of bounds, buddy. There you go. That was smart of him. Who am I to say he picks up another 10 yards by the little juke down and then gets out of bounds. Could it be run 2 again? Could it be? It is. Note to self, if you ever play Yeti or Randy Wags, expect run 2. So just gets the field goal pick in there. Let's see, can he make the field goal with Lloyd in his face? Man, that was close to being blocked, but it's going to go up. It's going to go right through the uprights, and Randy Wags takes the lead before halftime. 3-0 in a defensive struggle of a first half. Oh, and we get the panty shot. Panty shot halftime show. Randy Wags, reverse psychology, taking several seconds to kick the ball off to Yeti here. These two are very evenly matched. These have been two great games. I look forward to the rest of this one. It is gonna be close to the end, I think. Oh my gosh, that one took the record according to my phone. 27 seconds. And then he faked me out because I thought he was going to pick his play, and then he didn't, and he hit the A button instead. But that was a great pass, a great utilization of Brister to sneak that one in there. Look at Randywags get down there. That was impressive. And then he tapped a 12 on top of that. So that's what I was saying kind of in the first game, is that I played Randywags, I think, like once in a league game. Actually, twice. We played 2 games. Danny Noonan comes up with the stack there, but we played twice, and I was impressed with his skill for being somebody that's relatively new. But maybe he has played before or been online in the past. I'm not really sure. I'd have to talk to him more about it. But let's see here. We got a pass 2. And Yeti doing a great job with Brister, avoiding all of those all of the drones, but it's still 3rd and 14, so 3rd and 14, pass 1. Randywags again getting down there with great movement, stopping the run to create a 4th and 13. And Wags will get the ball back. Called run 1. It seems like Yeti has been sitting on that run a lot this game, specifically because, well, I guess he's mixed it up because there was a definite. This is the first condition check of both games, by the way. But and who am I to talk, because I don't ever check my conditions because I just say whatever. But no, he's been sitting on that run 1 a lot. Yeti has, but he's mixed it up because he has called pass because that last picked the interception was, he had good drone coverage. But I think that play kind of worries him, and he shouldn't be too worried in this one because he has the linebackers to really mess that play up. Greg Lloyd comes up with a big sack. He's going to stick with Rod. Called pass 4 that time. And it's a 3 and out. 4th and 25. And this is going to most likely wrap up a very offensively uneventful 3rd quarter, as absolutely nothing but negative yardage happened. I don't know if I've seen that. That's impressive defensively for both of these players to hold each other to negative yards in a quarter. That's pretty awesome. So Yeti jumps on the bandwagon and does a condition check for the first time. Unfortunately, with players like Yeti and Matt Miller, this could take a long time. Gotta leave Chris Callaway in, he's an excellent. Okay. That was pleasantly shorter than I thought it was going to be. So we got that run 3. And again, I kid, Tundrayeti. You know that I've met you in person and we've had great conversations, so don't take it the wrong way. I just joke and kid, and gives me something to talk about. Oof, Jimmy Jones Brister's MS is catching up with Yeti so far in the second half of this game. 3rd and 16. This has been the half of negative yards from both teams. Called play again. Gets rid of it. Intercepted by Horton. That was an incredible job by Randywags to get down there. Really, if he doesn't go straight there, that might be a completed pass. So we got a... Oh my goodness. That was a really good check down. That was really good utilization of pass 3 there, but just the dropped ball. Unfortunate. So there was that pass 1. Picks up 2 yards. Oh, interception by Rod. So this is going to give Tundrayeti the opportunity to have his first good offensive drive and possibly drive down and win this game. He has a good amount of time to do it. This is the amount of time you would want with this team. Throws it up to Lips, and he cannot come up with the diving grab there. So this is a nail biter, folks. 3-0. Just enough time for you to get down there and score. What a good job Randywags all game has done maneuvering himself down there and stopping those plays. It's really hats off job. So 4th and 11, you gotta... this is a tough scenario. I think you gotta go for it. It's interesting how this playbook is, these pass plays just have not worked out for Yeti. So let's see. This is the game called play. Oh, Hendricks intercepts the ball. My goodness. Heartbreaker right there. He had nowhere else to go, though. That was as good as the situation is. I mean, as good as the plays you're going to have when it's called like that. Great job by Yeti to get that dive tackle on the dreaded Randywags run 2. Split back dive. Is he doing it again? I bet he is. Heck yeah, he is. Why not? You can't do that twice, Rod. You can't dive tackle him twice. But he does hold you to no gain, Randywags. So 3rd and 10. 1:05 left in a nail biter of a game. Condition check once again. This has been a... Randywags has had bad luck condition-wise in this one. Most of his players have been in bad for most of the game, so... Run 3 called. And oh my goodness, 4th and 13. Kick the field goal. No, don't punt it. Kick the field goal. Well, I hope at least if he punts it, he holds it for a long time. But Rod's, nah, that wasn't going to happen. So, hypothetically here, he's going to have one play. Got to put Strom in. And I would think that it was going to be a pass 2. Nope. I thought that he would want to go to Callaway deep on this one. This is probably going to be deep to Lips. Because Callaway stops down there. So, oh, he got it. Let's see. Too many drones. Too many drones. He didn't have time either. So, Randywags pulls this one out. 3-0. Holy smokes. If we look at the stat line, like I said, there was a whole entire half there where they had negative plays. Emmitt Smith is obviously the star of the game. 11 rushes, 107 yards. Aikman, god awful passing, 20%, 2 yards, which was to Emma Smith. And Strom, should have had Strom in there longer, yet he threw way better with him. But what a game, what a defensive struggle, what a great job both players did. Amazing job by Randy Wags to get down there on those run plays. Hats off to both of these guys for playing 2 great games. And we got lots more to go, so good luck to both of these players moving on, and see you again soon.